Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine in my way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day.
Hey everyone,
My name is Justin.
and I'm Eddie,
Welcome to the Queer Network.
and this is Queer Talk.
That was it.
So when Justin was in Puerto Vallarta, my good friend Sam, who's a yoga instructor and a sound bowl person,
Extraordinaire.
she did a session with Justin and I. And
Which, if you don't know what sound bowls are, I'll put a link in the description about like some examples of it on Spotify or YouTube, so you can, because I mean some people may have no idea what a sound bowl is.
it's a healing thing.
Yeah.
So when Sam did this session, she used these angel cards. I have the little angel cards, which has a word on each one, but these ones were different. Justin, show the box. So
Gorgeous.
I love them. Justin loved them. And when I got home, there was a little surprise for me. My lovely Justin had ordered from Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
And
The link in the description.
yes. And they kind of like, they're like cards like this. And they have sayings on them on the bottom, or which this one I just put in my hand. See, now I need my glasses.
Right.
Trust the universe. Oh my God, that's such a good one for me.
Yeah.
Without very accidentally pulling that one. So
it's never an accident which one you pull. This is the thing.
No. Okay. Well,
oh,
that's gonna be mine.
I got one too.
So we decided that we were going to pull a card together.
Mm-hmm.
These are really wonderful things. And then, Justin, I'll let you. And then there's a little book like this, which describes what it is. So, Justin, why don't you read? You read mine, and I'll read yours. And so mine was trust the universe. And as I talk about it almost in every episode, I'm a huge fan and lover of the universe, and how it guides us and the signs it gives us, and almost every day.
Literally got trust the universe.
Yes.
Y'all, I mean, if you've been here, he literally says it every single episode, which is amazing. And these cards, well, cards never get it wrong in that, like, when you start leaning into this idea that like there's signs everywhere, you start to, like, I've learned for myself that you just start to interpret it all as part of the story, and it's a little nudge along the way. I'll share another little nudge that I had this week with you all after we do the angel cards, because it's just reminded me, oh yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about. And yes, this is not a prediction. This is not a fortune telling. This is not like whatever predetermined ideas you have of like this style of, what do you call it? Like,
it's a guide.
It's a guide. It's, you interpret this as you're existing in this moment, and see the ways that it could inform choices that you're about to make, or you just made, or feelings that you have about certain areas of your life. It's all about how you interpret what I'm about to share with Eddie as he pulled the card. Trust the universe. Your message. Although your faith may be challenged now, trust the universe. There is a reason for some of the experiences you've been going through recently. There are no coincidences in life, and everything is unfolding perfectly according to the divine plan. Positive opportunities are coming your way. Trust in the process and the path that you are being led down. You will know it is the right path when you experience synchronicities and other signs and wonders. These are messages reminding you to trust the universe.
Again, as I've talked about before, I am starting a new project. It's coming up soon. you know, there's so much fear around it. And the other day I was like, no, I can't do this. I just, I can't do this. And why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this? And I'm up and down, you know. Now I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this. And again, it's as most things are, it's about fear.
Yeah.
And it's about replacing, not replacing, what's the right word? It's about changing the fear to faith.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and just doing it. I have to trust the universe that whatever's going to come from it, you know, is there's going to be a lesson one way or another. So
Trust the universe and trust your instincts. Trust
exactly.
the signs that you're seeing. This and what struck me when I was reading it was pay attention to the synchronicities, because those are the breadcrumbs.
Just be open to these, like you said, these synchronicities,
Yeah.
and trust them, you
Trust
know.
that I feel like that is one of the biggest pieces of the puzzle, is the trusting them, because I think we question them, or you just bypass them and think they're no big deal. And it's not like you have to read into absolutely every single little thing that happens, but when you're like, oh, there's a reason that your body or your mind or your heart or your gut like nudged you a little, that's
Yeah.
part of your instincts.
So let's what's your card?
Cut the cord.
Wow.
Ooh, the drama.
Okay,
Such a gorgeous picture. Look at that.
at the
Human.
chords.
I want to recreate that look. No surprise, he's got platinum blonde hair, which I'm going to be creating for myself this summer. I mean, this is foreshadowing in itself.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
In spirituality, chords are the energetic bonds that connect us to a situation, person, or place. There are different types of chords, but in this context, they are connections to situations or people that can have a negative and draining effect upon us. We can also create a negative chord when we have an expectation of the outcome of a situation, especially when it is outside our control. So this is an important time for you to release any attachments to people, places, situations, outcomes, or anything else that could be limiting your experience of joy. Angels are wrapping you in a light of love so that you can lovingly detach from situations that could be draining, dramatic, or damaging your health or purpose.
Claps. It feels like there's layers to this experience, or to this card, that's less like about a physical person that I need to cut the cord. I mean, sometimes I think these cards can be very literal, but again, it's the interpretation that I'm receiving, and that the instincts that or the messages that I'm hearing. And it is more of an energetic cutting the cord from past ways of living. And this last week, and I've told you a little bit about this already, has just brought me some contrast in terms of feeling like I was slipping back a little bit into old behavior, some connected to the grinder world, and the desire and the need to have sex, and find that, and then having a moment where I like woke up and was just like, whoa. I just felt like I was like, it was almost like I was in the eye of the storm. I was finally able to like see that I was in a storm, and then realized that like the storm was an illusion. Like it's an illusion of the past. That is what I'm cutting the cord from. That behavior and the judgment of the behavior. Because I think that part is where I'm just like past that. Like if I walk down that road again, I'm much quicker to be aware of what road I'm walking on. And so it allows me to just stay focused on what I actually care about. and not be distracted by this like need to, in this case, because we talked about it last week, find sex in some way or some sort of intimacy. Because when I think about my life right now, and this is kind of connected to the story that I wanted to share, it's like I actually am living a version of my life that I don't think me as a little boy ever really thought would be possible. And what tipped that idea off in my mind was that I watched the trailer to the new Little Mermaid movie that's coming out, and then I was like, oh, I love Disney music. So I started to listen to some Disney music as I was walking through the park, and the first song that came on, no surprise, was I Can Go the Distance from Hercules.
I have often dreamed of a far-off place where a great warm welcome will be waiting for me, where the crowds will cheer when they see my face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where I'm meant to be. I will find my way. I can go the distance. I'll be there someday. If I can be strong, I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to feel like I belong.
Which is a song that I sang. That was the first musical theater song I ever sang in the festival. And I listened to the words and I like kind of started tearing up while I was listening to them. And it is a bit of a cheesy song, but I remember singing it for the first time and really resonating with the words. And this time when I was listening to it, I was just like, I didn't fully consciously understand what I was saying at that time when I was 12. But now at 35, if I think about the life I've created for myself, I went the distance and found my belonging in a way that I don't think that Justin, as a little farm boy from Canada, ever really thought was really gonna happen. And it's almost like now I can look back on those experiences and go, the universe was always guiding you through these little moments. Like it was giving you hope, it was giving you inspiration. Why did you feel connected to this specific song? You didn't quite understand, but it was a little bit of a foreshadow for what you were going to experience later in your life. And that was a good reminder as I dealt with this sort of slip back into old behavior. I was like, no, Justin, you've arrived here. You've arrived here and you don't need to do that anymore. So now that I'm here and I look back on that, it's just even more clear that there were messages all along the way that you're not necessarily aware of. But it's healing to even in this moment look back and reflect and shed some tears even if needed, or just reflect on. It makes me even more grateful for this moment, and that is connected to me to cutting the cord of past behavior, because it's a reminder that I have arrived at a place that I didn't even believe was possible. And I don't have everything. I have debt. I pay a lot of money to live in this city. I don't have a partner. I don't have kids. I don't have everything a lot of things that I thought I would have right now. I haven't paid off my student loans. I haven't booked a huge movie recently. There's so many things I still want to accomplish, but we talk about this on this podcast as well. This idea of like, in the present moment, can you be grateful for what exists right now? What is already here, what has already happened. And that experience has brought me to a place of just enjoy that you got here.
What are you trying to tell people?
I'm trying to share with people that this last couple weeks is, to me, sort of a metaphor for what life will always be and continue to be, no matter where you're at in your journey. this idea of a road that goes up and down and twists and turns, and you don't necessarily know exactly where you're going at all times. But I am learning to trust in the universe, trust in myself, that I will know what to do in the moment. And the stories that I shared about reflecting on the past, this little boy who never thought he could live this life, receiving the cut the cord card, having the experiences of slipping back into old behavior, to me, they all are a part of interpreting the narrative of the story that I'm living right now. And that is that there are moments where you will be shown your past behavior by living it a little bit again, but then being also given a little nudge to be like, it's time to cut that. You don't even need it anymore, because look where you are. Look what you did for yourself. Look what you created for yourself. Look at the life you're actually living. And that is the evidence that's all I need to know that that behavior doesn't serve me anymore. It's unnecessary. And that's motivation enough to move into new behavior for me.
What I would like to add to what you're saying is also part of it's to pay attention to how you're feeling.
Mm-hmm.
What is the feeling that comes up? You know, is it fear? Is it joy? Is it anxiousness? What is that feeling? And then look at why it is you're feeling that way. Is it because of learned behavior from the past?
Yeah.
You know, what is it that's stopping you from, hold up your card, you know?
Oh.
What is stopping you from cutting the cords? What is stopping you from cutting the cords?
Yep.
And as you said, the cords, you know, for people out there can be many things. It can be a relationship. It can be a way that you've been living your life. It can be a job situation.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many things that it can apply to.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, it's very much, you know, your card is tied into mine.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, in order to do that, you have to trust and have faith in the universe.
Yeah.
Or in whatever it is that you believe in, whatever it is that's guiding you.
Yeah.
It's just your own internal, again, your own internal self or feeling.
Yeah.
You know, but don't allow fear to keep you attached to the cord.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I'm going through right now. There's so much fear because of past experiences, you know. Yeah. And you know, it's not always easy to not go on Grindr or to start a new job or to end a relationship.
No.
But if you don't do the things that you're guided to do, and that means being aware of that, of those signs, then there's probably going to be a certain amount of suffering involved. And it will come back and it will come again until you do get it and until you do then break that cord.
Fully.
So.
Oh, there it is.
So let's say goodbye, because that's a good way to end it.
That is a good way to end it. Well, thank you so much for watching, everyone.
Good to see you. Good to chat with you. Good to have you all part of this journey of ours personally, and also the Queer Network.
Yes.
So thank you for that.
And if you have ways that you would like to contribute via the comment section, if something that we said resonates with you, please share that. That is an obvious way for like small little communities of people to talk back and forth about these things. Because I'll say it again, we really feel like this is an aspect of our queer community that hasn't necessarily been explored that publicly on a platform. This idea of that there's like a side of you that is connected to the universe. There's language we can start to use to help each other guide ourselves through life. And I think that's why I enjoy doing this with you. It is time to say goodbye, and that's what we're gonna do. Time to say goodbye. And that's it.
Wow. See, we start it with a song and we end it with a song.
See you
How-
next week.
Bye, everyone. Remember,
Keep it queer. Queer.
queer as can be.
Yeah. You're queer.
And you're queer.
It's a compliment. I'll take it.
Okay, my queer friend. See you next week.
See you next week. Bye, y'all.
Love ya.
Love you too.